Alrighty, I am here with Rae Ann. We are in round 7 of Ascendance Season 9, Sin City. My first question is, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
Okay, what I think is going to happen tonight is Alex is going to go home in my round, and that Andrew is going to go home on the other side. I'm still not really like completely sure if that's going to happen or not, or what's really going to go down. It's been pretty like chill and quiet on my end today. I don't know, it just seems too simple, but I'm just going to go with that. I don't see why I wouldn't. Um, I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to be me, but I think everyone is.
So, talk to me about your conversations today through message and or call with Erica and Alex.
Okay. My call with Erica was Erica is one of my favorite people in this game, and she called me earlier and she said that she was going to quit, which was like really nerve-wracking, but I was going to support her no matter what she did to like, like better support how she was feeling at the time. Like I'm not gonna make anyone play a game or like want force them to stay just because they're my ally if they're not feeling up to it. But I'm happy that she's all good. But I think that the game is very stressful, and I know that she was getting targeted by Alex. So Alex and her have been going kind of after each other this round. Um, Erica apparently built the team to take out Alex. I don't think that was like specifically what happened. I just think like Alex is the person that Erica spoke to the least. Then Alex came to me this round, and Alex and I haven't had like the best relationship throughout the game. Um, he just doesn't really speak to me that much, and he only comes to me when it's necessary, which I know that he's also has been speaking to others. I think a huge reason why he's going to be, if he's taken out this round, he's going to be taken out is because a lot of his allies have turned against him recently, um, and he seemed very panicky. But when I was talking to him, I was basically like, "Hey, like when you're saying you didn't want to target Erica going into this round, who were you going to target? Was it going to be me?" Because going it realistically, if he looks at the board, Chris or me would have been the targets, and I'm aligned with Chris. I'm aligned with myself. Alex seems like a danger to my game. So I was just like pretty upfront. Like we could like work together, and you just had to show me more attention. He said that he likes people who give him attention, but I tried at the beginning. I tried with everyone with talking through DMs at least. I always reach out, so it's just I didn't like that he was trying to push blame onto me, nor did I like that he was saying that he wasn't close with the people that he's been close with in the game. Um, I felt he said stuff um, like he's not dumb, and I had to say back to him like I'm not dumb too, you know, like I know what would have like what's going on, what would have happened. And I feel like at this point, unless I go home this round and I'm like blindsided, I feel kind of insulated within the people I'm speaking to. I think it's just different because I'm not, I'm so used to nom sets, so I haven't really been able to fully grasp it. But I was pretty straight up with Alex just because I was so open to everyone about how I feel about Erica. Like I've never really been the person to like not tell people.
Talk to me. You mentioned that you feel pretty well insulated with the people that you're with. Talk to me about just give me details on who you feel insulated with right now.
um, I just have a lot of people that say that like I'm one of their best allies or that they want to go to the end with me. Brian, but I feel like he's doing that with other people. These people I feel like are obviously might be doing this with other people. I haven't decided which one I'm most loyal to. But like Brian says I'm his number one. So does Chris. Um, Matthew has said it. I don't know how much I believe that. um, I think I'm pretty high up for Erica. And Jack says I'm pretty high up for him. So I feel pretty good with those people at the moment. Um, thank you. Basically, it's kind of like I feel like I'm aligned with like half the cast on accident. Like I never like offered any final twos to anyone, but like people have said like I just feel best with you. Like I want to go far with you, and that's just I'm taking what's naturally coming to me. In games, I just try to take like what's natural to me. Usually, I'm like pretty much more of like the middle player who's bombastic, but like in the sauce with everyone. I feel like I've taken more of a laid back approach in this game because that's just how it's naturally been for me to navigate it. And I just, since I haven't been like, I don't think I've been caught being super messy, people trust me. So
What would you say the likelihood of what you think is going to happen happens tonight at these two votes?
50%. I want to feel confident, but like this is the first time where it's just like I've been manifesting, you've seen my confessionals, you've been here. I've been afraid that 12th place is going to be like the place that I like get knocked out, and I've just been paranoid getting over this hump. I think there's a high possibility that something happens and it doesn't go my way.
Do you think gambled votes and or powers will come into play tonight at either of the votes?
Yes, 100%.
Is have you heard any talks about either of those things happening?
Oh
Or
yeah,
is it just speculation?
Brian said he will use his power for our side of the vote because they need to make sure Erica is going to be safe for their vote. I might pull out my power just because I hate it, and I don't want people to think that I still have one. Um, and it was just let me know if what I think is happening is happening. It'll be validation. Um, yeah, and I think double votes
Talk
are
about your
happening.
power. Talk about your power and what you think's like. How are you going to utilize it tonight? Like, what is your power and what do you how do you think you? I know you were pretty pissed about it
It's
in
called
general.
this hand. Okay, first of all, this hand, like that's what we're gonna call it. Like it's basically I'm able to see I vote last and I'm able to see how the votes stack up. So and then I can like decide how I vote. So like if the vote is like 5 to 3 to 1, I'm able to see it, but I'm not able to see who voted where or like who the votes are for. Like it'd be useful if I had like an idol or something, but I don't. Like I just don't know what like it would be useful in conjunction, but I like at this point no one I'm aligned with told me they have an idol. So it doesn't seem very useful. And people have already asked for me trying to get like me to get a power, like give their chip to me. Was like I had to like kind of admit to it. So I just kind of want to get rid of it.
Say everything happens, that you want to happen tonight. Um, do you see a path forward, or do you kind of have the people that you want to go with towards the end? Um,
I see a path forward, definitely. I think this game's interesting because I've been taking it slow. Around this time is usually when I become like the big target in games. And I might be wrong, like always might be wrong, but at this moment it feels like I'm not. Um, which I think gives me leeway going to like my biggest problem is always making it to the end. I think I've been on the back seat enough that people don't see me as a huge threat, but I do feel like my social game has been strong. I feel insulated within the group. I think the people that think I'm kind of like a nothing floater don't necessarily know the relationships that I've been having. Um, I've done well in comps so far this season. Like been able to get myself immunity. I guess a lot of it is through the tribe and like luck with hyena, but I'm not doing too badly. So I definitely think there's a way forward. I think I'm gonna have to start pulling moves, or maybe this might just be an undercover game for me, where I gotta hope that my final tribal speaks for itself. Usually how I play these games though are if I can get people to do what I want. Like I can't. Usually people don't do what I necessarily want all the time. I had to make it seem beneficial for them. I'm kind of like a seed planter. So if people were to appreciate that type of work, then hooray. But I think getting to the end is doable. I think winning right now is like I need to pull out some more stuff because my game is not very visible.
Um, do you have any speculation on a jury beginning that phase of the game, transitioning into that phase of the game, or and also you mentioned starting potentially building your resume is what specifically do you think you need to do to start that, and when do you think is a good time?
I think now is a good time. I think it's starting to build moves, starting to make I've been sitting back and letting people that I could possibly work with go home, someone like Tyler, and not really like fighting hard for it. I think a lot of it usually I am all about like making sure that my allies are safe even at the detriment. Like I will lie, I will like backstab other people if it means that my allies are safe. I think that's something I'm gonna have to work on. If I am able to get all the people I need to protect me to the end, then I think that's a huge benefit to my game. I kind of play a tricky game, I feel like, just because I am all about information sharing and people see me as someone that's so high up for them. If they can appreciate that type of, I don't want to say social manipulation, but like social work, um, I feel like those are just moves within itself. Like I'm a subtle player. A lot of my moves are subtle, but I still know what's going on. Like even when I gambled my vote, I knew what I was doing. Like I knew I was trying to not make a decision so I could keep being seen as a viable option on either side.
Those are all the questions I have for you at the moment, Ray. If you have anything else that you want to add that we haven't touched on yet, um, you can do it now, or I can stop the recording for you.
Yeah, if I end up getting blindsided tonight, like darn. Um, Thank you, Prod, for casting me. This has been a really fun game. It's really well run. I really like all the challenges. I'm using a posting comp queen, so hopefully it's something that I can do if I make it through this round. Yeah, I'm nervous, and that's it.
I have a question.
I have an
I don't
answer.
I don't know if you answered this yet, but like who would you say is like your closest person right now that you would want to go to the end with?
I feel like I have options. I feel like I wouldn't take Matthew and I wouldn't take um um Chris just because I think they're gonna be more physically involved and I feel like they have more of like a story than me at this point. I would like to be someone from OG Best West. I just really like that whole idea of all of us coming together after getting shafted. I love Erica. I don't know. She kind of like poured her heart out to me today. Not today, yesterday. And that I don't know. I just like she was just so honest with me and I just really appreciate that. Um so I would say Erica is probably who I would be most wanting to take with me or Brian. Um I think it also just depend on like since I have options or I feel like I have options, it will depend on how their game changes throughout. And I feel kind of snaky saying that, but a lot of my game has been kind of all like, just like the baby Grinch face, you know, just like I'll take what's coming and I'll do what I gotta do. But um, I'm gonna try to win, obviously. So whoever I think I could beat is who I feel closest to. I guess I feel closest to Erica personally right now. And yeah.
All right. I will stop the recording.